show this as a modified way. I only do it this way because for the most part, again, I like to do everything from the same spot. So from this side of the table in this position, I can do hamstring, quad, psoas, sartorius, almost all the muscles, and I can do the TFL as well. So I'm not really big on doing these different moves that require me or the patient to change positions 14 times. So this is the one I use, and it works great. Turn your foot, so we're gonna have the foot turned in, the knee up and out 45 degrees. Now I'll just tell them I want you to push up towards the top of the door, or to the top of the window, or the top of the wall. So push up and out, push hard. There is not much happening there. Turn your foot in, there you go, push up and out hard. Again, not much resistance at all. So that's our strength test. Length test is line your side and face that way. Slide all the way back to here. Bring this out. Bring your knee back. You just let it drop off the table. And see, that doesn't even touch. So that's a pretty tight TFL. So now we have a tight and a weak IT band. So line your back again. So the strength for this is, now, this isn't always true in the lower extremity, so I didn't say this earlier. In the upper extremities, it is true most of the time. But a lot of the times with trigenics, when you do the strength test, that's the position that your TS starts in. So that's not always true in the lower body, but you'll see it quite often. So with the IT band, turn your foot in. This is where we test, so that means I'm in my starting position for a TS. So on this one, what I'm gonna have her do is bring her foot down. When she gets halfway, I want her to slowly twist and bring her heels together. So we're gonna start with full internal rotation and end with full external rotation. Because there's a little bit of the aspect of the IT band that has a rotational component to it. All right. And the other mistake that I see on this one all the time, one is people miss the insertion and think it goes into the fibularis. The other problem though is the ASIS is pretty anterior, and a lot of times when I see people doing their PDM on this, they're doing a PDM on the glute medius, and they're like way posterior of where the IT band is. It's pretty anterior when you're coming off a little bit of iliac crest, but then it really comes down more on the more antero medial or lateral than straight lateral. All right, so what I'm gonna have you do is take a breath in. Okay, so here's a good example where if I move my hand, her leg slowly just moves because she's firing that muscle. So let it go. Give me your leg. There we go. You really need the weight of their leg in your hand. So I'm gonna have you take a big breath in, breathe out, and pull down towards your other foot, and twist. Twist for me. Good. Bring this up. Let it go. Let it go. And pull down again. Down. And twist. Okay, I'll show you the PDM on the other side in a second. So let it go, let it go. Fold toward. You're gonna have to tell them every single time on this one to relax because they just won't. Even after saying it, I have to say it. She's like, it's not gonna be me this time. And then normally on the last one, I'll just get my thumb right in between the tibia and fibula, and let it go, and pull down again. And I'll just hit those fibers. Good. Turn your foot in. Push up now. Good, that's really solid. So basically, I don't want to stand in front of it so you can't see. So my PDM is I normally start right there at the ASIS, and then I just work my way down. And a lot of times I'll have to go the whole length of the tendon. Sometimes, and you can kind of feel that when you're holding it up here when it starts to kick in. So that one can take 5 or 6 times like the sartorius because it's a pretty long tendon.